Hi, I'm Joel Michaels. I'm studying under the International Sports Science Academy for a certification under strength and conditioning, and I'm currently at Mid-America Martial Arts where I train and coach, and I currently work out at Endless Possibilities as well. We're here today to show you a good sports conditioning sports program for Muay Thai kickboxing. Muay Thai kickboxing is the art of 8 limbs, and it's the national sport in Thailand where you use kicks, knees, elbows, and it's been transitioned over to America as one of our top martial arts sports. I'm here today with Mitch Gross, who is preparing for the 2012 Muay Thai National Tournament. He has about 6 weeks to prepare. For Muay Thai kickboxing, to prepare for a good tournament like this, usually one fight is about 6 minutes. So 6 minutes doesn't sound like a long time, but it's a long time in the ring. With Mitch, he's going to have to prepare for 1 to 3 fights. So you picture 6 minutes is one fight, and then you gotta move on to another fight, which is another 6 minutes. 2 minutes with 1 minute break in between. So Mitch is going to need good speed, good skill set, good endurance, good explosiveness, good flexibility as well. So we're going to exercise all the essential needed exercises today for Muay Thai kickboxing. For a good warm-up, I like to have all our trainers or all our fighters do is I like to have them stand in front of a mirror. If you notice the mirror right in front of us, Muhammad Ali quoted best that a mirror is best to work your technique with. He would always stand in front of a mirror, work his techniques, and also give him something to aim for. When you warm up for shadow boxing, usually it's about 2 to 3 minutes of work with 30 seconds to 1 minute break in between. You basically will warm up with your basic techniques, punches, knees, kicks, elbows, just putting them in a combination. So I will have Mitch demonstrate a good combination. Just basically warming up with shadow boxing. He'll focus on his breathing, making sure he's in a good stance for base, standing shots all the way. As a trainer, it's my specific duty to make sure he's throwing all the techniques, stringing his combinations together, all the techniques that he would use in a basic competition of Muay Thai kickboxing. He'll start off with a little bit of a lighter warm-up for the first round. As his muscles start to warm up, he will pick up the pace, pick up the intensity. Right now it's just a basic light warm-up, making sure that all his combinations are strung together, hands are up, he's breathing properly, he's staying in a good Thai stance. Thai stance is important for base. If you're off base or if you don't have a good Thai stance, you're going to be getting off balance, which will lead to openings to getting knocked out. Using all the techniques that he has in his arsenal with punches, kicks. He doesn't really need to worry about elbows. He's amateur. In amateur, they're not really allowed to throw elbows. So he'll just stick with knees, punches, knees, kicks, using all the combinations that he needs, that he will use in a fight, as well as blocking and focusing on his breathing. Good. Alright, so the next one we're going to use is he's going to need strength in his arms and his legs and as well as his core. But the main thing we want to work on is his hands. He's going to need also good arm endurance as well as good strength coming from his shoulders and his punches. So what I usually like to have our fighters do is they will pick up the weights. Good. Those are about 5-pound weights, good enough for Mitch. The goal here is just to work on technique, muscle endurance, as well as getting some strength in. Sitting in a good Thai stance in front of the mirror. Again, the mirror is perfect for making sure that you're in good stance, giving you something to aim for. Hands are up, and then he'll extend out 1, 2, 1, 2 with the weights. It doesn't feel like a lot, but when we do this for 2 to 3 minutes, it's going to be, it's really good building up for the shoulders because your hands get tired, they fill up with lactic acid, and the hands start to come down. This will help condition your shoulders to where they can throw punches all day as well as carry all the muscles in there. Keeping the hands up, extend all the way out, all the way back, all the way out, all the way back, all the way out, all the way back. Keeping the chin behind the shoulder. We're working basically skill, muscle endurance, and strength. Go ahead, Mitch, and demonstrate. So Mitch will stand in a good Thai stance. Hands are up. 1, 2, 1. Making sure one hand is up, the other hand is extended out, chin behind the shoulder. Good. Make sure he's breathing too. Breathe. Good. This will help strengthen up the shoulders that he needs for his punches, as well as giving him shoulder endurance to where after a while, 6 minutes into the fight, or 2 minutes into the fight, whatever round each round is, all the way out, all the way back. Your hands are going to start getting tired, they're going to start coming down. This is going to help strengthen up Mitch's shoulders so that he brings it back. He's programming himself to bring his hands back to his chin, and he's also strengthening up his shoulders, giving him plenty of shoulder endurance as well. Go ahead, next one. All right. foot speed. For good foot speed, footwork is needed as well as good foot speed. You're going to have to be on the balls of your toes every time, and if your calves can't take it, you're going to go flat-footed, which is going to make it harder for moving. And also pivoting is a very important thing in Muay Thai kickboxing because you're pivoting on your power punches as well as pivoting on your kicks. So you have to be on the balls of your toes, and if your calves can't take it, if they're not conditioned, yeah, you're going to be going flat-footed, which will make your techniques more difficult. A good way to develop good foot speed and staying on the balls of your toe is jump and rope. Let's move down here. We've selected a good jump rope exercise. One thing I always want my fighters to do when they're preparing, when they're jumping rope is always stay on the balls of their toes. Why? Because I have to be on the balls of your toes throughout the fight. Anyway, for footwork, pivoting purposes, and also it helps develop good foot speed to where you're moving around and you can fire off kicks soon. So Mitch will start off. Usually this is about 2 to 3 minutes with about 30 seconds break. Good. Not too heavy. There you go. Stay on the balls of your toe. There you go. You can do, there's many different footwork for jumping rope. You can just keep both feet together and then just jump as is. Just like that. Good. Stand on one foot and just alternate. Just alternating. Just alternate. Good. Running in place. And as he progresses, he'll start picking up the pace a little bit. Good. For good footwork and good foot speed. Footwork's very important for moving in kickboxing because you need to stay in good stance. If my feet come together and I get caught with a good shot, I go over. If I'm staying in good footwork, good stance, I get caught with a shot, I can save myself better. Good. Now we want to exercise one for good hand speed. Mitch will need his gloves for this one, so Mitch can strap on a pair of gloves right this way then. We'll get in front of a heavy bag right in front of a clock as well, because this is one that's going to be needing timing. This one's we usually call the machine gun drill. Basically, this one's all speed and no power. Good one for speed is just throwing 1, 2 as fast as you can. No power, just all speed. For about 30 seconds to about maybe maybe a minute, depending on. We usually do about 30 seconds with a 10-second to 30-second break in between. So basically, I will time Mitch on the clock as soon as we hit 30, and begin. Throwing all power, bringing his hands back to his chin. Good. All speed, breathing. Make sure he's staying in good stance too for base. Good, good. Just for about 30 seconds. This is going to help develop his hand speed so he can fire off his shots quicker. Good, good. Right back to your chin. Right back to your chin. He's breathing, he's breathing, he's breathing. We're just about at 30 seconds. You're at 5 seconds. Good, good. Nice, good pace, Mitch. Nice, good pace. And time. So from there, throw his hands above his head for breathing recovery. Inhaling, exhaling, and we'll usually give him about 15 seconds of break. So get ready for another 5 on 5, 4, 3, and begin. He'll go back to his bag for 30 seconds. Give him 15 seconds. This way he's getting a good workout in. He's burning calories, and he's also working on his hand speed. Back to your chin, buddy. Back to your chin. There you go. There you go. And time. That's one for good hand speed, especially for the boxing round. It'll fire off your shots quicker, like your jab, your cross, mainly for a lot of your boxing combinations. Now, for a good one for agility. Agility is one that we're going to be needed for Muay Thai kickboxing, especially due to the fact that we throw a lot of switch attacks. One way I like to get our switch attacks going is a speed ladder. There's many different ways you can work the speed ladder. When we throw different switch attacks, it's all about, we stand at your basic stance. When you throw a good switch attack, you're temporarily switching stances, so that your lead leg is now your back leg, which is your power leg. When I stand in normal stance, my rear leg is my power leg. When I switch, now I'm in temporary opposite stance to where I can throw my, this is basically now my power side, like my switch punch, switch knee, switch kick. But you gotta have good agility as well as staying on the balls of your toes. When I switch, and I hit a kick, I gotta have good agility, good speed. The one thing I like to do is I like to do a speed ladder. What I have my fighters do is they'll stand in normal stance right in front of the ladder like so. See really good?
Yeah.
Good. When I stand in good stance, basically what I have to do is switch, and then they switch back, working their way down the ladder. Notice I'm staying on the balls of my toe, just like you needed in fighting. Okay? So Mitch, go ahead and demonstrate. So Mitch is going to stand in good stance. He's standing on the balls of his toes, working his way down the ladder. Constantly working his switch and then switching back. So when somebody throws a switch attack and they throw their switch attack and they finish, they need to be brought back into normal stance, not back in opposite stance. So when I throw an example like a switch kick, I need to go back in normal stance. Because if I end up in opposite stance and I go throw another strike, I'm going to be basically off. I need to get back in normal stance. So when I throw my switch attack, I'm back in normal and I can scoot away. Good, Mitch. Okay. A good pyrometric exercise that we always like to work too is a box jump. These good pyrometrics will help develop good explosiveness, and when you throw a power shot, it's good for explosive power, good fast twitch muscles. So good exercise like I said is the box jump. What I like to have all the fighters do is they'll squat down and pull themselves up to the box. Usually do this from about, depending on if you want to do reps, we can usually do about 10 reps, or if we do this on time, we usually do about for 2 to 3 minutes. No weighing in between, and then we'll do like about 30 seconds to a minute break. So Mitch will demonstrate the box jump. Over on this side, please. Over on this side, please. Good. So I'll squat down a little bit and throw his arms up. Yep, just like that, ending up on the box. Good. This develop good explosive power needed for your power shots in boxing and kicking and. Good. So usually we do that for about a couple reps, usually about 10 to 20 without weight, or if we do it on time, we usually do about 2 to 3 minutes with a 30-second, 1 minute break in between. Good. Time. Put your gloves on, Mitch. One good sport-specific exercise that we like to work, this is one specifically for Muay Thai kickboxing and any kind of combat sport, are pad rounds. The pad holder needs to be experienced in some form of martial arts, or if they're doing a class, at least they need to be taught the basics. So I've got my Muay Thai pads. This is used for punching, kicking, knees, elbows, and then my striker, Mitch, is gloved up. He doesn't need. I don't have anybody really wear shin guards. A lot of kickboxers have them wear shin guards. I don't have them wear shin guards because it conditions their shins. And basically, the main thing we're working on is his techniques, what's good. If we do throw a single shot, it's going to be one hard shot versus just one light shot. When you throw a good combination, your last strike is always going to be your hardest. The first one sets it up, second one stuns them, and then the last couple will aim for the knockout. So a good basic sports or good pad round should look like is a pad holder with the striker. They'll bow and pay respect. We usually do this for about 2 to 3 minutes, 1 minute to 30 seconds break in between. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to call a combination. 1-2 switch kick. Good. Good breathing. I'm also staying squared up in stance. Good work on footwork. Long knee. Longer knee. Good. Keeping the hands up. Bring it back to stance. Good. Push kick. Bounce kick. There you go. Nice. Moving around, making sure mix is working. 1, 2, 3 rear kick. Good. 1-2 switch kick. Good. Long knee. Also making sure his hands are up at all times. If he drops a hand and he throws a knee example, and I start going through a knee and drop a hand, he's going to get hit. Simulating the fight, basically. I'm basically looking for openings and mistakes that Mitch is making, as well as keeping an eye on his strengths and keeping them strong. Strengthening up your weaknesses and keeping your strength strong. That head, rear kick, hook. Good. Rear kick, hook. Good. 1, 2, 3. Rear kick. Good. Deep push kick. Nice. There you go. Good. 1, 2, 3. Rear kick. Good. Again, rear kick, hook. Good. 1, 2. Switch kick. There you go, buddy. Good. The bound pair special. You usually do that for about 2 to 3 minutes. It's a good workout. Good to work on for the fighters to work on their skill set, their endurance. And it's also, if you notice how thick the pads are, this is also great for developing power. You can use a heavy bag to develop power. This is actually better because you got a pad holder, moving around, calling out different combinations, and as well as keeping an eye on your technique, keeping your hands up, and keeping you sharp. Mitch's looking pretty tired. Now it's time for the cool down series for this one. One good cool down we like to do are always our ab work. Ab work is important for your core, especially in Muay Thai kickboxing. You take a lot of shots to the body. If your core is not conditioned to take these body shots, you know, your body's going to feel it later on in the fight. You take one good body shot, I mean, if you take a shot in the head and then you're still awake, I mean, you can shake it off and be good. But if you take a good body shot, you're going to be feeling well, especially if your core is not conditioned. You got to condition your core so when you take this body shot, your body can last longer in the fight, especially when the fact that we've got, you know, 6-minute fight going on to possibly 12 minutes and even 18 minutes, depending on how many fights we can get for this tournament. And it's 2 minutes with 1 minute rest in between. And tell you what, being in there for a long time, and you take a good body shot, and you're going to feel that for the rest of the fight. So we like to do some abs afterwards, especially when your arms are shot, your legs are shot afterwards. We will finish off with some good abs work. What I like to have us do is we'll have to do some medicine ball. The medicine ball is designed for fighters or any kind of combat sport to drop on your stomach, simulating a body shot. When you take a body shot, you're supposed to exhale out, because if I don't exhale out, it'll knock the wind out of me and I'll feel that for the rest of the fight. So basically what we're doing here is we're strengthening up the core as well as programming yourself to exhale in the moment of impact. So Mitch will drop to his back, go ahead. Now Mitch is going to start with a medicine ball. He's going to go ahead, crunch up to me. I'm going to take the ball from him. Now he's going to take the medicine ball. As soon as I drop it, he's going to exhale out. Good. Catch it and return it back to me. Good. We'll do this for about, we usually do about a couple reps, usually about 20 to 50, depending on the athlete who we have. This is actually a 12-pound ball. Usually with we have lighter balls as well, like 4 pound, 6 pound, 8 pound, depending on the athlete. Mitch being more advanced, we are using a 12-pound ball, and with him getting ready for the fights, we have to get him in shape as much as we can, so that's where we're using the heaviest ball that we have. Notice how he's breathing out. So I drop it. There you go, he lets it out. Good. Back up. This is simulating me throwing a punch. If I throw a punch at Mitch to his stomach, there you go, he lets it out. If he doesn't let it out, it's just going to force his breath out, and he's going to feel that for the rest of the fight. Good. One last thing is flexibility is needed, especially for your kicks, because you're going to be moving around. You got to kick really high. If Mitch does not have the flexibility to kick in the head, he's not going to, you know, that could limit his striking ability. If an opening for a kick to the head comes available and he doesn't have that, if he doesn't have the flexibility to kick to the head, you know, that could possibly limit his chances of winning the fight. So we have to work on flexibility as well. The hamstrings are one of the most needed muscles that need to be stretched out in Muay Thai kickboxing. You run a lot, you kick a lot. When you kick, I mean, like I said, you use a lot of the hamstrings, knees, just like I said, a lot of running. One thing I like us to have us do are high kicks. Basically, just try to throw a kick to your head, not at your head, all the way up and try to stretch out the muscles. What that does when I throw a kick at high, it stretches out my hamstring. So my goal is try to bring my knee to my shoulder. Go ahead, Mitch, and demonstrate. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Usually about 10 or so on each side. Good. He's breathing. He's staying in a good Muay Thai stance. Good. And good. So, talking a little bit more about the sport of Muay Thai kickboxing. Muay Thai kickboxing originated from Thailand and is considered the art of 8 limbs. You've got 2 shins that you use for kicking, 2 knees that you use for kneeing, 2 elbows, which are not allowed in amateur status, which is what Mitch does, but mainly for the professionals that they use their elbows, mainly designing to cut. I have seen knockouts designed with punch with knockouts, and 2 fists for punching for your boxing. So you've got to, as well as working on your strength, your speed, your skill set, as well as your explosiveness and your flexibility. This is one of the most hard sports to condition for. I mean, there's different sports that you got to condition for, like football and basketball. I mean, it's a sport you really have to condition all elements to prepare for this. Like I said, we've got Mitch getting ready for his 2012 Muay Thai National Tournament. So far, we've got possibly 2 people fight in his bracket. So he's going to have to be ready to go for 2 6-minute fights, which are going to be equivalent of 12 minutes. So we will get Mitch ready for this, and we will be ready to go get all his everything needed for this for his tournament: strength, speed, endurance. I hope this helps you out. I'm Joel Michael, studying international sports science. Thank you to Mitch Gross. Richard.